ya folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to, I think it's Monday live stream? I said it was a Monday stream last Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure it actually is Monday this time around. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a lovely weekend. Welcome. Hope the end of August is treating you some decent weather still. It's been a little hit and miss over here. A fair amount of rain. We'll see. Essentially already calling it fall. Already calling it autumn, which, to be fair, sort of fits. Wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit, a few more warm days in September. We don't usually get a whole heckin' lot of them. Time is meaningless and entirely arbitrary. Is it like, time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so? Is that the line from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I think so, maybe? That which we call a Monday would by any other name be as miserable. Been sitting here wondering where I've heard the music from before, and parts of the theme song from BG3 released on the theme to Skyrim. That's interesting. There's another song.
Hey Quill, pay attention. There's a new
I think there's like a popular song that has in its chorus like a 4 or 5 note sequence that whenever I hum it, I then immediately go into the Skyrim theme. I can't remember what it is at this point. But it always catches me off guard when it happens. Georgia summer. Now watch the temp climb over 100. Boiling temperature? That's crazy. How's it possible? Oh, Fahrenheit. We've got a few subs and resubs to talk about over here. We got a couple of brand new joiners. A big shout out to Big House RG for the Prime sub. Thank you very much for that. And Link Laws just now as well with the sub with Prime. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to the channel. If you are in Discord, make sure to link your Discord to Twitch so you'll join the official Discord channel. Who started us off today sub-wise?
New subscriber.
It was, oh hey, and Karma Zed Edge coming in with the brand new sub as well. Thank you. Nice to have some new people join. Azurancy started us off today with a 27th month resub. Thank you very much, Azurancy. Retrograde Vector with a 2-year Twitch anniversary, 24 months. Thank you very much. For Evil Not Good, followed up with a 10 gift sub bomb to the channel. Thank you very much for Evil Not Good. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was saying in chat, that brings you up to 250 gift subs total. Thank you so much. D-Drox is resub for their 26th month, Fopal at 30, and just now we've got Desert Tiger TR at 34 months. Thank you very much for that. Let's play some video games. Oh, Jeansy says, I always get confused when Canadians talk about how hot it is, and it's freezing up there, like 30 degrees. That's cold. You think I think it's hot? Yeah, I don't think it's just Canadians that are using the centigrade system. Just saying. Anywho, not gonna necessarily do a recap because there are a few people who are saying they were catching the stream live, but they weren't caught up with the VODs, which actually, they can't be caught up with the VODs because they're not on YouTube. I'm not gonna talk about everything we've necessarily done, but address the fact that we've been Underdarking. We have cleared most of the Underdark, which has been very satisfying. We've got a couple of things we want to do before we take a boat to Grimforge and see what we can do over there. First of all, we just gotta go north over here and find Balen, the mushroom picker. Secondly, I just want to go and boop this dark spot over here to see what the deal is. And then the last thing I want to do before we go and take the boat is we do have the Susur Tree bark, so I want to see about creating the masterwork weapon. Yeah, and then I think we're hopping on a boat. So what I've done, because we're about to go back up to the surface of the masterwork tool, I did go and drop the Susur Bloom that we were carrying so that it'll still be here if we want to pick it up again. We're still in the anti-magic aura, but as soon as I move out, we shouldn't have the anti-magic aura going on anymore. The other thing I'm going to consider doing, not right away, but I'm definitely considering it, I'm thinking about maybe doing a respec on Dell over here to drop Sentinel. Which we sort of picked up kind of on the fly when we were leveling up last time. And we're like, well, I mean, we sort of play Dell as a tank, but I mean, tank as a concept's not really something that...
Just so you know, I found myself weirdly addicted to this BG3 series. Keep them coming.
Thanks, Gamer Taurus! By the way, I don't know if I've ever asked this before, and I keep meaning to. Are you calling yourself Gamer Taurus because is Taurus your zodiac sign? Because it's mine. You know, Bulls Unite kind of thing? I don't know. Thank you very much. I'm loving BG3 so much. In fact, it hurts so much to not be playing in between streams. It's driving me crazy. You're a Scorpio? Okay. Sure, that totally makes sense then. Yeah, so tanking as a concept is not really something that exists in D&D, really in any edition, because first of all characters kind of sort of have to be equally as tough, and secondly, there's not really like, tanking as a mechanic in video games is something that happens when you have a strong aggro mechanic, a taunt mechanic, where you can keep enemies glued onto you, and that's not really something you can do in D&D. There's a couple of kind of soft mechanics. There's the compel duel thing that paladins can do. There's sentinel that can sort of do it a little bit because of the snare, but not really, kind of, sort of. Del is kind of exceptionally more tanking from a point of view of survival than a lot of the other characters, because when he's in his animal forms, despite the fact that his AC is crap when he's in animal form, he's got those extra HP pools, which I think continues to make Del excellent from my technique that I've been using for initiation, where basically I stealth the party, degroup, walk Del forward to start the fight. He might therefore take a couple of initial hits depending on how the initiative order goes, and then after I can position the rest of the party to jump in the fight. It doesn't give us a free combat round because it still uses the action for that round, but it means my party members can be positioned the right way. But it does mean that Del sort of tanks potentially a few extra shots, but I don't think Sentinel's really going to make a huge amount of difference to the way he plays. And instead I was thinking of respecking and picking up Warcaster instead, so that we have advantage on concentration rolls. So that one of the things we can be a little bit more consistent about is before we drop into animal form, plunk down some sort of concentration spell. I mean, we know Spike Growth has done amazing things for us, and just as an example, Spike Growth, right? Or if I'm not in bear form for some reason, doing some Call Lightning stuff. Either way, these are concentration effects, and it would be nice not to lose them if I take a hit. Including, like, I'm obviously not going to be worried about Call Lightning when I'm in bear form, but Spike Growth, yes, indeed. And so Warcaster might help us maintain that, which is quite nice. That being said, we did recently hit level 5, which means we also have access to Plant Growth now, which has the same radius as Spike Growth, does not deal damage, but it does quarter their movement speed instead of having it, so it's really, really slow. As a bonus, it's not a concentration effect, which is interesting. We might try to factor that in. Anyway, I'm not going to respec him right now, but I'm sort of thinking about it. We'll see.
How much farther can I go?
If and only if you care. I should really find a better way to abbreviate your name. I thought 4E was an excellent miniatures combat system. It didn't feel like D&D for a variety of reasons. You know, I'm not going to call 4th edition an idealized version of D&D, but I do think it was a very good tabletop combat RPG system with a lot of great ideas, that some of which were carried forward to 5e, some of which my group, I've talked about it before, we've backported some of those ideas to 3.5, which is where we do a lot of our gameplay in, because there were some really strong ideas. 4th edition was not a bad game. Doesn't mean it was a great game, but it wasn't a bad game. All right, looks like we're coming over here. For the Cicero Balloons, you can send them to the camp instead of leaving them there. Interesting. So, if they're in my camp chest, do they not go and, do they not consume themselves, despite us going back to the surface? Interesting. 2.0. I mean, I did cut my teeth on 2nd Ed D&D. I've also played, like, OG, like, Advanced D&D, although technically that wasn't the first thing I played. It was the first book I read, but then I first played 2nd Ed D&D, and I did play a lot of it. And it's funny, because when 3rd Ed came out, a lot of the complaints about it were, it's been made too much into a video game. This is the dumbed down all these things. Meanwhile, like, 3rd edition turns into be like the most complex and interesting and varied and deep system there is. You know, 3rd Ed is, I wouldn't recommend 3rd edition or 3.5 to people just starting today. I think if you want a system with that level of extra crunch and stuff, probably you go to something like Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2, but at this point, me and my friends are so invested in that, it's good. Although when I DM, I want to DM 5th edition, because it's like, trying to DM in 3rd is too much for me. Too much. All right, so I have experienced this area in my multiplayer group with my buddies. I think we did last Tuesday. I can't remember, but I think so. Now, I didn't participate in solving this. I was just hanging back over here, letting myself to get distracted. Again, trying not to get myself too spoiled by things in the multiplayer game that we sometimes get ahead. Again, that game we're mostly just going around murder hoboing everything, so we're really not getting the same sense of, like, plot development, which has been great for me. there is Balen, who we need to rescue.
That bag!
He is surrounded by a bunch of these, like, explosive-y sort of mushrooms. I didn't realize how, like, interestingly textured they are. One thing, I've been watching lots of Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Plays, because a lot of them are, you know, still in Act 1 and stuff like that. A lot of people play with their camera down low like this, which I have to admit is actually a very cool way to view the world. Much more immersive, including some people who play with controllers, in which case they're always in sort of the third-person view. It looks quite cool. I'm going to keep playing zoomed out a fair bit because it's a little bit more tactical. I mean, and you get the actual tactical view. But I think I'm going to try to spend more time with this sort of view because it is... I think it really does feel a lot more like you're in the world. Anywho. So, I think, as a test, let's just see what happens. If I were to just walk forward here...
Stop!
Oh!
Stop!
Okay, we're stopped. Bibber bang! I failed my nature check. I'm in Druid. It's like the one thing I'm supposed to be able to do. Bibber what? Speak plainly, won't you?
These mushrooms! Toxic! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it somewhere!
Alright, he needs a scroll from his bag. Oh! Oh, he probably wants to escape with Misty Step, and I've got, I guess, a scroll of Misty Step ready to go. I guess I could... I mean, I still have to get it to him somehow. Because even if I give him mine, presumably I could then go and loot the one from his bag afterwards. You barely know anything about mushrooms? Fotino, get out! Get out! So I'm going to hold up my scroll of Misty Step.
Yes! That's... Yes!
Strength check. That's great, because I got a -1. Although we still have the Bliss Spores running for a bonus D6. I have no idea what the DC will be. Change my mind, I'll fetch your bag instead. Scrolls don't come cheap. Tell you what. If I fail, we still have, like, plans, like, B through F or something like that. Let's try to chuck a scroll at him. See what happens. And we can guidance ourselves as well. Oh! Yeah, Baldur says you're gonna roll a 20 and kill him with it. I nearly said the exact same thing with the 19. Like, I'm just gonna fling it and hit him right in the head.
Ah! Oh! I'm fine. I just have to... And then... Here!
Make cabbages!
I can finally breathe.
Is it safe to approach you now? Still near some shrooms, but okay.
Right, as, what were you saying?
The fact that they don't have the option of throwing this guy a scroll of fireball suggests the writers lack chaotic creativity. I wonder what happens when you get here with the Dark Urge character. Did you hit your head or something? You seem more than a little confused.
Fine, fine. My mind. Not what it used to be.
Is it mushroom
I must
exposure?
Need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
A scroll of invisibility. Alright. Now there's still stuff over here. I think think these mushrooms just explode in a cloud of like confusion spores, but I think they're flammable and there's a torch over there. I'd still like to loot that backpack. I don't know if a mage hand can do anything here to shove it. I do know we have a ledge over here. If I go and just temporarily drop Thunderwave and pick up Enhanced Leap. Yeah, and I know there's something else over there too we're gonna want to check out. Okay, maybe what I can do is I can just come here and pick up the torch. And then even if the mushrooms go off, they won't explode. I'm gonna save where we are now. Well, I guess one of the things I can telekinesis this over here. It is funny that you can move things at range in this game. Now, that's a leftover from Larian's engine from Divinity Original Sin 2, where you explicitly had a telekinesis skill, which would determine how far you can, like, pick stuff up and move it. But here it's always there. 2 scrolls of Misty Step, some apples, cheese, scroll of Featherfall, and some sausage. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna recast my Enhanced Sleep. Lip. Nothing back there that I can tell. Why is the noble stock? Survival failed. Well, that'll probably detonate these things as they jump out really quickly. Okay, it is detonating all of them, but it's spreading. That's okay. I think it's gonna go away in a sec. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, they definitely don't detonate without the torch being there. Okay, I picked up Noble Stock? Restores a creature to full health and removes all conditions that negatively affect it when consumed. Holy crap! When brokenless mushrooms, typically odorless fronds, emit a strong medicinal aroma. Now, it has an orange border, like it's a quest item. Does sound like we could just consume it, but I'm gonna put it, I have a pouch here. Someone said something in the backpack, free organizational tool. I have this pouch that I put everything with like an orange border in it over there. Ah, that's annoying. Probably could have avoided detonating that. I guess it's gonna have to be fine. Whee! Okay, what we're gonna do here, because I really want to stretch this day out as long as possible, because we've got these bliss spores that'll be there until we rest. So I'm gonna start consuming some of these cheap healing potions, because I'm the only one hurt, so there's no reason to use a short rest either. So I'm gonna top myself up that way. So hopefully that's everything. If I missed anything over here that I should loot, you can tell me right now. You know, we've got a very strict no spoilers policy, but policy? Yes, no spoiler policy. But in this case, if I left something over here, do let me know. Got everything? Cool. Oh, survival chests. Oh, you think the survival check was for a chest? Okay. I think that's fine. None of the survival chests have been terribly interesting thus far. Like, there hasn't been any real significant loot in any of them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to teleport over here. We're going to go and turn in this quest. And then, yeah, we're going to pop down here and just clear that fog, just to make sure there's nothing in there. Harvest light stalks? Oh, neat.
Balen, there you are. Did you bring the noble stock?
Oh.
The what?
Noble stock?
Oh!
The mushroom?
I knew I was forgetting something.
What?
Sorry, love.
Absolutely worthless.
I have it.
That old idiot.
Hang on, I'm gonna go and talk to him again. When using potions out of combat, make sure to use the person that has buffs to healing, even when throwing the effects takes place. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if we have anyone with a buff to healing. Like, I don't have a life cleric. I don't have, like, anyone. No, we maybe have someone with, like, a ring of +2 healing? I'm not sure. Hey, Balen.
My friend. Bibberban. Curious. Beautiful. But dangerous. Next time. More careful next time. For certain. Thank you for your help.
Well, you're most welcome. I'm glad I found you when you did. How'd you get trapped to begin with? Must be a rare breed of food, good one. Give him the noble stock to eat. It'll help clear his mind. Yeah, okay.
Help me. Yes. My mind isn't what it used to be. I could run the shop again. That is, help Dereth.
Uh-oh.
I don't...
How could you just eat the noble stock?
Don't know, just ate it. Head feels funny. God! I can finally think!
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get poisoned.
What have you done?
What's the matter, woman? I got my brain back. Smile.
I think you got a lot of brains. I think you'd leave this lady. She's not very nice. Are you happy your husband is well again? You could speak to your wife with a little more respect, Balen. Observe the couple silently. You know what? I'm not going to get involved in their argument.
Well?
Balen, it's been a good few years. I need a chance to think.
Never made a habit of that before. Don't see why you'd start now.
Do you remember these last years? Since you've been sick.
Remember how you used me like a mule?
I learned that from the best.
Well...
Oh, they're
best.
both shitty.
You learn your place again. Even if you forgot till now. Come on. Get to packing. We're going home. Getting out of here soon enough. Thanks for your help. Stop by Bone. I owe you for saving me from my own...
Yeah, I think you both just need to get out of this
What's
relationship.
up for discussion?
You don't know what you've done. Leave me be.
Yep. Okay, listen, maybe I can help you get away with him. Like, leaving a person brain damaged, not ideal.
Don't touch me. You're just like him. Everyone is, in the end. Just go. Please. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Maybe I should have talked to her first and gotten more information?
To bring us to the bloody Underdark.
Well, I'm interested in seeing how this can go on another Let's Play. While it wasn't joyful reunion, Dareth has her husband back now. You receive Gloves of the Uninhibited Kushigo. Wearer deals an additional 1d4 damage with throw attacks and attacks made with improvised weapons. So there's like crazy throw tech in this game that you can do. So you can do it with like a straight barbarian just because of the enraged throw to use it as bonus action. From what I understand, there's some sick stuff with a monk as well. Potentially even like monk barbarian hybrids that you can do that just like throw things for like
Never a dull moment.
stupendous amounts of damage.
Very well.
Well, that was a quest that we did. I don't necessarily feel great about it, but it is a quest that happened. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down here to see. We haven't actually been there.
Corpses. These creatures did battle with Duergar.
Yeah, Shira, just joking is not necessarily a cover for some jokes that are in very poor taste.
I'll take that.
Anything over here? I would almost expect a little survival check there, but nope. Okay. Okay, well, it's definitely worth coming down here. I wasn't expecting anything terribly exciting. Oh, there's more here, though. All right. But, you know, just coming down here and picking up all this stuff is okay. Executed deep notes. Now, they're not glowing. Oh, the short sword of the first blood. What? Wait. Hold on. I haven't seen this. Break the Unbroken. Deals an additional 1 to 8 piercing damage to targets that still have all their hit points. Oh! Okay, that is interesting as kind of an opener. Like, in theory, you know, it might be something good for, like, Astarion or some rogue, right? To go up and do, like, a melee sneak attack.
Let's have a look.
In practice, we're just going to be keeping Astarion as a range character, because I feel like it works so much better with the rogues in general, and especially we've, you know, built around the ranger thing, we've got the marksman and all that. So most likely we'll end up just selling it. Okay, this is just leading down to the village, but technically we haven't gone this way exactly. Or barbarian charging the battle, I suppose. I mean, anyone just getting the first strike is good, but my barbarian's not going to want to use a short sword. Just, you know, just on principle.